Hello and welcome to my first Sunday, and I can't not laugh at that name, but this is a Sus Sunday that I'm going to be doing on my channel, and this is the first one here. So, what I'm looking at right now is the movies I'm going to recommend. So let me just go over this format. So, every Sunday, and this is not going to come out on a Sunday, so wow. Great name for a show. I'm gonna think of something to talk about, and I'll talk about it here behind this asexual curtain. And yeah, today's a simple one. I have got 6 movies that I saw in the past month, I'd say, and I will say it and give my commentary, and there's no script, as you can probably tell by this great thing I'm doing right now. So, first movie is North by Northwest by Alfred Hitchcock. So, I saw this movie and I didn't know anything about it. The only thing I had watched is the plane scene, it's like that. So I'd give this movie a 9.7 out of 10. So it's basically a perfect movie for me. I really love this movie. I think it's really thrilling, really entertaining, really modern, minus a few production flaws I find in the film. It's really creative. There's great set pieces. It's really good acting. Cary Grant is fantastic in the film. He has great presence. He's sort of like, I put him akin to watching a 007 movie with Sean Connery. It's Sean Connery, Goldfinger, he steals the show. So I thought Cary Grant was great. This movie has one of my favorite actors in it, James Mason, who I also saw in Lolita. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention the sunglasses, so let me do a Lolita right here. Right, cover, Lolita. Okay, enough cringe. No, just kidding, getting back to the cringe. Alright, what else about this film do I really like? It's perfectly paced, it's never boring. It's got a complex story that at first feels kind of convoluted at the beginning, but then it all makes sense perfectly at the end. This movie is really great because it takes a simple mistaken identity plot and really elevates it to the Premier League of cinema. And I like movies and I like people and things that are good at what they do. It's there's that Abraham Lincoln quote, whatever you are, be the best at it. And this movie is a great action adventure thriller. Great movie. Next movie I have on my list here is Brazil by Terry Gilliam. I also give this a 9.7. I really loved this movie. I watched it pretty late at night, which sometimes means I won't understand the movie, but I thought I understood this one. This movie is like a dream movie, but also like an Orwellian sci-fi flick. It's got really cool visuals, really innovative filmmaking. It's got an ambiguous nature that is really thought-provoking, and I think it's a really good piece of cinema. Jonathan Pryce is really good in it, and it's sort of there's a cover with Brazil, and it's his head, and it's just his head's open. That's sort of what the movie feels like. It's like you're in his head, and he's sort of a quirky guy that's sort of he stick out in a lineup, He's kind of weird, and the movie is weird and kind of dumb but really smart at the same time, which is pretty cool, I thought. Alright, next one, and this is a big one, is Casablanca. A movie that I've been putting off for a long time, like a year and a half, I'd say. This movie's great. I love the character of Rick. I think he's such a cool anti-hero with such a smart redemption arc. This movie has great sets. It has like epic scenes. I really like the scene where the French citizens are singing the French national anthem, and the Germans are singing a folk song, patriotic song, and like it's a battle between like who's got more heart, and they both sing it out, and it's way better than it sounds. It's such a powerful, profound scene, and after that point in the movie, I fell in love with it. I thought it was so nice, and Rick's redemption's really heartfelt, and it's really the perfect movie, ahead of its time, not boring in any way, visually quite good. The acting's great. Humphrey Bogart is just exudes charisma, and you really feel like you get why he's when he does something bad, you get it, and when he does something good, you're there for him all the way. And that's just a really good character. Very sympathetic, well written, great redemption arc. Alright, next movie, and this one I really loved. This is my favorite out of all the movies I saw that I'm going to recommend to you today, of course. This movie is called There Will Be Blood, and I really like this movie. I'd say it's akin to The Shining in terms of its tone and its thought process and its ethos. It's a slow building character study that's also sort of a metaphor for capitalism replacing religion, or consumerism replacing religion. But if you don't care for metaphor, there's no reason to focus on it. It's such a powerful performance by Daniel Day-Lewis, beautiful Oscar-winning performance, and it's you see the madness develop in him, and it's beautiful, and the film is this total masterpiece of filmmaking, a modern masterpiece, definitely, with great acting, slow tension, a path to madness, getting more and more crooked, and things that kind of seem a little iffy, and you don't always know what's going on, and that movie jump scared me, which doesn't always happen with movies, but it jump scared me just how terrifying but also unpredictable it was. It's a really special movie, and the ending is so funny but also tragic at the same time. It's a double meaning, and a lot of people say this about the movie, but they say it's Kubrickian, and it's something he would have liked. But I've never seen anyone say it's The Shining, but I really felt it was The Shining. Maybe other people think that as well. I haven't done any research on that. But it's really good. It's a really great movie. Next movie I have is Sunset Boulevard. That's a 9.7, by the way. There Will Be Blood. I don't know if I said it. Remember, no script. I'm a moron. Sunset Boulevard is my next movie. This is a 9.5 for me. This movie is, the best thing about it is it's quite creative. It's like a tight, clean, quaint script about Hollywood. But the best thing about the film, in my opinion, is Norma Desmond which is a character in the film, and she plays a actress on her way out, or technically she's out already, and she's bitter, delusional, and like psychotic. And the best part for me was the film made me feel pretty sad for her. To me, I'd almost consider her an anti-hero. I don't know why I think it, but I know she's like the villain of the movie, but I sympathized a lot with her because I sort of get where she's coming from, where she's like longing for something and no one will give her a chance. And when you watch the movie, you see how hard she tries, and you see how like everyone treats her like she's just like a loser, like she doesn't deserve a second chance to, be on the big screen. But I thought it was a really profound movie, a really good ending, really well-written villain, Norma Desmond. And I think sort of just like a classic if you like movies. It's a really good movie to watch. The next movie is The Killing by Stanley Kubrick, which is a really great film that I'd give a 9.3 out of 10. This movie is very clever, in my opinion, very modern for its time. This movie, the best thing about it that I liked a lot is the modern female villain. There's a husband and wife, and the wife is playing this character that's cheating on her husband, but she keeps playing, like, in front of him, the neglected wife, which she's not. She keeps, like, fooling him into thinking that he doesn't do enough for her, and she gets him to divulge details of the heist he's gonna pull off, which he promises will make them rich. But she's getting her lover to go kill him to take the money for them. So she's a pretty evil woman, but very smart. And it's sort of like funny and pathetic to watch him at the beginning. You're like, oh my god, this guy's so dumb, because she pulls the same trick on him, I think like 3 times in a row. And he finally redeems himself at the end. I won't say how, but it's really nice to see. It's a good end to their dynamic. But it's a really thrilling heist film, very fun movie. It's sort of like, if you like Reservoir Dogs, it could be like that. Not that it's too similar, but it's another like clean heist film that you could like get attached to the characters. Alright, that just about wraps up the Sunday #1. And I'll try to do these every Sunday where it's convenient, and this first one will not be out on a Sunday, which I just think is great in terms of what this channel thrives for. I just thought I could schedule it for next Sunday, but I want to do things as wrong as possible. But anyway, this is a Sunday, this is Sussy Boy, and peace out.